There is no denying that we are seeing a mental health crisis in children across the state and the country right now. And with students heading back to school in a matter of weeks, you might be wondering how you as a parent can help.
Yeah, our kids have seen a lot of change these past few years. And while we could be finally getting back to normal, that doesn't mean things will be easy.
The countdown to back to school is on, and with it comes some anxiety. In fact, in Maine, 1 in 6 kids experience anxiety and depression at unprecedented levels. And during the pandemic, 1/3 of high school students nationwide reported experiencing poor mental health. So I spoke with Emily Costro, a school-based social worker with Sweetser.
What do you think about the current climate is making things so hard for students?
If you think about the last few years, we have students who were in school, abruptly left, had to be home, and then sort of transitioned back in strange waves. Especially for kids with anxiety, it's really difficult to shift. Either they're anticipating everything that might be difficult, or they're anticipating not wanting to be there at all.
What do you recommend to parents?
Well, I work with teenagers, so parents don't have a lot of tools when you're working with teenagers other than to just hope for the best and keep your expectations clear.
But Costro does have some tips to help any teen prepare to go back to class. First, start adjusting their schedule.
Start shifting your sleep schedule. When do you need to eat? When we're going to be at the building, and what are you going to be doing with your free time? So it's getting back in shape in a way.
Second, find things to look forward to.
Our brains naturally think about the worst things first, so really looking for things that are going to be good, like which part of the building you get to be in this year, who you're going to see at lunch, what activities are going to be starting for you again, and really start to focus on those things that make you like school.
And third, go back to school shopping. Yep, really.
It is part of it, right?
Yeah, so I think another way that we handle the transition a little bit more cleanly is there's fun things about going back to school, like go ahead and do some school shopping, get a new backpack. There's a lot of equipment that you can have that makes you feel geared up and ready to go.
Costro says while it's important to have those hard conversations with your teen, now might not be the best time. Instead, find the positives and focus on what they can do to succeed.
The thing about anxiety is the more time you put into anticipating something, usually the worse it gets. The difference is thinking about it versus preparing for it.
Now, Costro is one of just 50 school-based clinicians Sweetser has in schools from Kittery to Bangor. And she says there simply aren't enough of them to meet the growing demand right now. The silver lining, though, more people are talking about mental health, which she says means more kids aren't so scared to ask for help.